Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Yalik, and today I am coming to you from the middle account, which I've not really done in a while, so I thought it might be cool to catch up. So, first thing I want to point out, because the hit that I'm going to show you after this is a Bullitt Hooka hit. So, got Private Bullitt a while back. I think that happens when you get Radar 19, I want to say. And if you know anything about Private Bullitt, then you probably know that his costs to upgrade are rather exorbitant. So I had him stuck at level 1 for quite a while, which sucked, because when he's stuck at level 1, you only have taunt, you don't have access to either of these two abilities. Primarily this. Drink is, well, arguably his best ability now. Here, let's turn that down a little bit. Now that taunt has been nerfed, but so you don't have access to any of those things, and he's kind of flimsy. If you're used to a higher level Private Bullitt, level 1 Bullitt is weak compared to anything else in the game. He is not, but compared to, you know, what you'd be used to at max, he is. So just want to say, so the last crab that we had, which was going on a few weeks ago now, which shows you how far or how long it's been since I've really done anything from this account. But the last crab that we had, I was able to get him from level 1 to, as you see now, all the way up to level 4. And I plan to get, which is amazing, over the course of a weekend. And yeah, I had to gem some stuff through, but I didn't have to gem. I had the gold from the Mega Crab. I had to speed things along, but so much gold. And that was, I mean, that's what, 12, 13 million-ish, I would guess, in that range. So what do I need now? I need 6.4, and I collected this boat this morning. I'm trying to get this boat, this landing craft, upgraded, and I need currently a couple 100,000 more stone to do that. But after collecting this boat this morning, I am not going to touch it for any reason whatsoever until we get to Mega Crab, which should be next weekend, I believe. So that should very easily give me my Private Bullitt upgrade, which means in the course of a month I'll be going from level 1 to level 5. And once he gets to level 5, because actually I have Everspark upgrading right now just for a little bit of extra health, because she is also fairly flimsy and does not take mines well at this level. She does her job, but she doesn't really, you know, you have to be very careful about her health. So I don't have her much upgraded because I haven't, you know, I've got to spend my gold somewhere. And I have battle orders up to level 5, but not level 6. So I've got all these tokens sitting down here, just waiting to be used, and that'll be a cool thing. So anyway, on to the hit with the level 4 Bullitt. And I found, first of all, I mean, I want to make this joke anyway, because you know, you successfully destroyed you father. I think that's supposed to say your father, but you successfully destroyed your father. Well, I don't know, it's like a Star Wars Darth Vader kind of thing going on there. But anyway, yeah, my dad and I always did have a complicated relationship. So, apparently that's how, already did that. Apparently that's how it's going to end. Sorry, Dad. And I'm just trying to collect some extra stone here, so I wasn't even going to do player bases this morning. For the most part on this account, I found it to be sort of a best practice now to let it rest, because I don't, well, I need to level up some things a little bit more before I start fully going into the PvP attacks now. Like, I tried an attack this morning with my warriors, and it would have been fine. I mean, I got the HQ down to like 10%. The attack was like spot on. Nothing really wrong with the attack. Just I don't have the damage yet on those warriors to be taking down iced up player bases. And so on and so on. So anyway, I wouldn't even have been doing PvP, except that I need stone because I really do want to get my landing craft all leveled up. And then I run into this base, which, I mean, I had warriors loaded up at the time. Obviously do not want to use warriors next to a microwaver, but luckily we don't have to. And the beautiful thing about using Hooka is that while my warriors are not strong enough to take up ice, he's got ice, level 65 headquarters, my Zookas have no such problem, because Zookas are way overpowered against an HQ. So, yeah, get this base, and this is just a perfect Bullitt Hooka base. Obviously, we don't want to go up the middle. Kind of a bit of overkill if you think about it. I mean, he already has the microwaver there, which is protecting these paths, and then he's got all of his mines there too. He probably could have taken the time, if he'd thought about it more, and spread those mines out to the side a bit, and that would have made this a lot harder. As it was, this side was a little bit cluttered, but this side is relatively sparse on the mines, so I figured, what the hell, we'll go this way. So we only have a couple of mines to clear, and there we go. That is a perfectly clean path to get us up to this area of the world. And why is this so good for Bullitt Hooka? While my landing is happening, I'll point out, if I get up right here next to this masterpiece, the ice statue, getting up a little GBE there, and then we'll be flaring to the side. As soon as the Zookas get in anything like resembling a group, you flare them to where you need to go. So we're going to get right up here behind the HQ into this nice little niche that he has left us, and we'll allow that to happen, trying to get as close to a straight line for the troops to walk as possible, so that things like this don't happen. Oops, that's 3 girls who won't be participating in the after party. So, and perfect. Pause. Perfect. This is why this is perfect for a Bullitt Hooka hit. He's got all this stuff back here, but it doesn't really matter. Obviously, the microwaver is out of range. It doesn't really matter because everything back there is taunted. Nothing back here. That's just bad base design. Nothing shooting at me from behind. You don't want to set your base up like that. You want to make it so, geez, boy, that was a loud little intro there. You want to set it up so that there would be things behind me shooting at my Zookas from different directions. This is way too easy. And then really all we have to worry about are the flanks. And so on the flanks we have a rocket and a machine gun over there. Machine gun probably wouldn't have been an issue. It would be looking directly at some heavies. But since we're shocking the rocket anyway, we might as well get the machine gun. And then over here, same thing. A rocket launcher, probably not an issue. It looks like the closest thing to it would have been the heavies. But again, just to be on the safe side, and with only 2 shocks, had tons of GBE. And so away we go. And this should probably about 2 shot. Just slightly more. So, oh, yes, and then the celebratory GBE after, because, you know, I'm a jerk. But anyway, so that was fun. And that's the sort of thing I can do. Honestly, with this account, I don't, like I said, I'm not doing PvP very often, but when I do, usually I wait till once or twice a week I'll boost up for an op hit on this account, and that sort of takes the pressure off the powder stash on the main account, because I'm not, you know, I don't have to feel obligated to do a full boost then in a lot of cases. So, and I have the powder on this account, so I'll do a full boost, and then I just like go through my map and torch people, usually with warriors. Don't see a lot of shields at this level. I'm not sure why. I don't think people realize. I don't even know how much of a difference that makes, but usually with warriors, a lot of heavy Zooka, because I've done that with this account in the past, if you followed along, and that's mainly what I use. Sometimes it's Bullitt Hooka, usually it's brick Hooka. Well, I do use this formation for operations. RCZM I barely use on this account because the rifles and the medics and the cryo are all lower level, so they're not particularly useful. So it's mainly like 3 or 4 troop loadouts, and that's it, and I crush everybody. And if you look at my map, it's mostly 65, 65, 65, 65. Oh, there's a 52. That's unpromising. 65, 65. That 52 will probably help you get my stone. We'll check him out in a minute. 64, 65, you know. 65. So, I mean, even with this much of a difference in level, it doesn't actually matter, because offense is way overpowered in this game, and especially if you're boosting. Speaking of, and I just want to see if this is still the case. Somebody pointed this out to me yesterday, and I want to, there it is. Number 53 in the world, or number 11 in the world, sorry. Max Berlin, 1904 medals, is a level 53. How? How is this possible? I mean, if you look at the rest of this list, I looked yesterday and there was 164 on the list somewhere, and that person has fallen off, I believe. Wait, yeah, no, all 65s. And then this guy, Max Berlin, a level 53, just one spot away from the top 10. How is this even possible? I do not know. I mean, look at this base. Anyone can beat this base. Any one of you can beat this base. So it's an automatic loss every single time anyone spawns him. And a lot of people are going to spawn him because the more medals you have, the more often you appear on other people's maps. So this guy must be one hell of a wizard with that heavy Hooka. He had this loaded up yesterday too. He's got to be really good. I don't know. I got to look around and see if we can find any content from him, if this person is sort of recording any of this, because if not, he ought to be. So anyway, yeah, so good on him. Level 53 with almost, well, 1900 medals and on his way to a spot in the top 10. I don't know if that's been done before, but that is sick. Anyway, that's all I've got for you, and I'll catch you sometime this weekend, and that's about it. You know, thumbs up and the stuff that usually comes at the end of these videos. Alright, catch you later.